JJ, Coach Mazey just mentioned the grind of, freshmen that maybe hadn't played this many games. I'm sure he played summer leagues and everything else in addition to high school. But has that been a factor for you, any?
I think definitely just with like body fatigue and that, and some mental fatigue. We've been going at it for a long time now, and we have a great athletic trainer, great recovery program. Our strength conditioner, he's always working on ways for us to get recovered. So I think we do a great job in that aspect. But yeah, it's definitely been a change playing this many more games.
When you feel the effects of that, what does it affect first?
For me, it's my knees. I've been battling like off and on knee issues throughout the year, and a little bit of my lower back. But other than that, the things like my arm's usually pretty good, and I'm usually able to swing it without any pain. So it's just kind of my knees and stuff like that. But I do a lot of recovery, in and out of the training room, and been able to stay pretty healthy.
Playing a little more second base. You played shortstop, right, in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a pretty natural move for you?
Yeah, no, second is a position I grew up playing. My travel team, I was on a pretty good travel team growing up, and we always had a really good shortstop. That was pretty much my best friend, and I always played second behind him, and I had no complaints about that. So shortstop was a position I only started playing in high school ball. Played there all my career in high school, and then played a couple innings there in travel ball. But second is definitely the position that I've played the most throughout my life.
Do you prefer second or third base?
I'm starting to like third, but second's kind of home for me, so probably second base. But either one doesn't matter to me.
3 hits going the other way tonight. Due to the way they were pitching you, obviously you have hit the ball to all fields this year. What makes that a strength for you?
Specifically today, we knew that guy loved to live away, and that was kind of the approach. And if you guys saw the shift that they had on me was kind of interesting. It was pretty much all this side. Yeah. So any ground ball wasn't getting through that way. So I really tried to just stay backside today, especially. And sometimes throughout the season, I've been really good that way, and then pitchers will bust me inside, and they'll beat me sometimes in there. So that's an adjustment I've been making, is trying to hit the inside pitch, which I think I did pretty well against Oklahoma. But this guy, just because he was really sitting away the entire game, I knew I just needed to stay the approach backside and let the ball fly.
Have you seen a lot of shifts this year against you? Or?
Yeah, there's been some crazy things. Against Charlotte, they took the third baseman and put him in left field with 2 strikes. It was the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. These guys were playing all over the place with the outfield, but pretty much the traditional one for me is there's usually third baseman, shortstop is up the middle, and then there's either 2 or 3 guys on the other side to the right covering the 4-hole.
You had a strong start to the season, but you mentioned the mental wear and tear of the long season, but has it kind of gotten easier as you get closer to 200 at-bats in the season?
Yeah, so coming into the year, we do our exit meetings right before winter break, and Coach Mazey kind of gives you the plan, what he thinks you're going to do for the season. And one of the biggest things that he told me was, we expect you're probably going to play a good amount. There's going to be ups and downs. It's all going to come, and you got to be able to fight through the ups and downs. And for me especially, I started off really hot, and then there was a cold streak kind of when Big 12 play started. And just when I thought back to what he said about the ups and downs, it really helped me keep my head level. The highs don't get too high, the lows don't get too low. Just come back and play baseball.
Has there really been that many downs, though, when you kind of take it all into one season?
It definitely depends how you look at it. I think my first Big 12 game, I was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, so I'd say that's not exactly how I wanted that one to go. But other than that, every game is going to be different. You're never going to be able to go 4 for 4 every game, 2 for 4 every game. There's going to be ups and downs, and so like I said, just staying level-headed, letting the lows not get too low, highs not too high.
So Coach kind of gives you his expectations. What were your expectations coming in for your first year?
So I would say before I came in, obviously I wanted to get some playing time. I definitely wasn't really expecting to get as much as I am now. I had a pretty decent fall, and the coaches communicated well what they thought of me. But coming into this, I just wanted to work as hard as I could, compete for a spot, see what happened, and it's working out pretty well.
Who else recruited you heavily? Who was in your kind of last group?
Yeah, so for me, I committed really early just because I kind of wanted to go here, obviously, out of the bat. So I didn't really take much thinking after I got an offer. But it was Pitt, which is where I'm from, so that was a big one. Kent State was also one that I was thinking of when I was younger. So they had contacted me. I was getting contact from Duke and Notre Dame, but pretty much before most of those guys even offered me, I committed here. So that was the end of that.
Why was West Virginia the place you wanted to come at an early age?
So honestly, one of the biggest reasons was Coach Saban's. It was a different recruiting feel from him, just because he came to so many of my games that a lot of the other coaches didn't. The other coaches would invite you to a camp, maybe come out to 1 or 2, but he's came to probably close to 10 games of mine around this area. So that was a big thing there. And then obviously, with this field and everything, the facilities getting built, that was huge too. I've never seen anything like this really. and the school close to home, I didn't want to leave too far.
Right.
Good academics for what I wanted to do, and I knew I'd be able to get some academic money, so school wouldn't be too crazy expensive. So it was honestly a good fit for me.
How much has family been able to come down and watch you for?
Yeah, so my mom's a teacher, so she can usually come to the Saturday, Sunday games. Sometimes she makes the Friday ones. The midweek she doesn't come to. My dad's been to just about everyone, but they split time with me and my brother. He had a Division II playoff game today, so he was up at Millersville playing. So they were there, but I think they came back. I think they caught towards the end of this game too. So.
You come from a baseball family?
Yeah, my dad played baseball and football in college, and my brother baseball too.
So Dad's tough on you after games, or tougher than?
It's actually no. It was a big development thing for him, I think. When I was younger, if I didn't go 4 for 4 and I had a couple strikeouts, it was not a fun car ride home. As I got older, I think he's gotten to trust me more and realize that screaming at me after every bad game is not the way. So he keeps it pretty mellow now.
He's eased up then.
Yeah, he's there for me if I do bad, if I do good. So he's been a great supporter.